Share my email me, text me, call me, left messages about what she needs for this particular spoken word. So I'm going to give you a chance to get out of the box.
Okay, I'm wasting time. Wasting video. Should I stop it and start it back?
Good afternoon, Mama Ryan. Good afternoon. First, giving honor to God, who is the head of my life, Elder Brown, Mama Aura, First Lady, tiers of leadership here in this place, and to Sister Blocker for giving me this platform to perform this for Pastor. Now, the disclaimer is, y'all know I'm an artist, and I'm sensitive about my, but Pastor, you know how very special you are to me, and I wanted to do something that you know came straight from my heart. Mama Mariah, this is for you as well. I know we got a few guests in the house. You know, when you go to that cookout, it's always that one person that show out. That's probably getting ready to be me, but y'all gonna be all right. Just sit back and enjoy the ride. All righty. Let's get this thing going. The devil's world sounded just as that when he realized there was nothing he could do to hold God's plan back. November the 12th, Chester F. Brown Jr. and Aura L. Brown thought they were having a son back in '76 that was just meant for them in his young and vulnerable state. At the age of 16, he then told his parents, "I can no longer eat from your plate. For the bread of life is what he hungered for." And that meant in order for him to get his fill, he had to leave his parents' door, so he could hunger and thirst no more.
My Lord.
Through the years, he continued to hear God's voice with the force of the world still knocking at his door. When there is such a calling on your life, everyone looks to you to say and do everything right. But God said there is none perfect but the Father.
But the Father.
And Brown III showed the world him he would continue to follow. The dash that lies on everyone's tombstone, Brown III said, that is all you can control. The beginning and end date one does not know. So from the beginning date, the day God created you to come into this sphere, I suggest you try living as Brown here with no fear. I have heard you for the past 2 years to say things from that pulpit. He ain't finished with me yet. That came from your sermon, speaking from John chapter 20, verse 1 through 7, while all the while trying to help get these folks around here to heaven. My God. What a burden that is to carry.
Well.
Then another Sunday came in. John, again, you preached. Hope for hard cases. So I am assured that is why you are here in this place. Mount Moriah, sit back and tuck in your shirt. I won't leave this here stage before I say what God says needs to be heard.
Well.
Whether it's comfortable or whether it hurts. This day, this hour, I give God all my gratitude, but this mic for a minute gives me the power to get off my heart and say how blessed we are to have this wonderful man of God leading this charge.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
A few other Sundays, he spoke of insurmountable situations. Then we have hard cases. Then Pastor Brown III said once more, looking at self will cause a spiritual distraction. So with that being said, the people of Mount Moriah must have mirrors all attached to their heads, close to their eyes to see themselves, because the distraction here in this place leaves the Spirit of God wandering, sometimes in mourning, the resurrection of a dead church, while they even here on this corner. God is trying to perform another miracle, as Jesus did with Lazarus. We need to allow Pastor Brown III the room to show us again what really matters. Somewhere along the way, we have lost the reason. It has been a long time for Mount Moriah's season. Look at Elevation and Osteen. And I know for a fact, my pastor got way more steam.
Say so, say so, say so, say so.
It should never have to be a rope, but people standing around the door and the deacons trying to figure where can they place more. Let's take the time and wind it back. Look over our past struggles, victories, and defeats. Will someone please tell me, why have we not started to worship at that level that Brown III speaks? The Spirit has not yet begun to do what it will, simply because there are not enough water walkers up in here.
Well.
All of you still trying to stay in the boat. Get out on this water and help this man of God cope.
Well, that's my niece, Lord. Listen at
Okay, Mom.
With the task that has been put in his hand. It's long time out for playing. We got to watch our doors as we send up prayers to the Most High. In the house of God, the enemy has made his way from the outside, but unfortunately, also from within. We somehow bring our own clouds and unnecessary struggling. Then Pastor Brown III spoke to us on leaving a legacy. Well, let's see, some of those legacies you folk think you leaving actually does nothing but causes us all to bleed and yearn for the need of a new thing that God is wanting and trying to do. But you won't get your sanctified self out the way and realize you in the need of a prayer upgrade.
Well.
That came from Mark chapter 11, verse 12 through 14. I listen, Pastor, even when I come in late. That came from Mark chapter 11, verse 12 through 14. And Brown III said, the first mountain is yourself, to turn up your volume in prayer and allow God to do the rest. We need to be thanking God from Shaded Grove he drove, and for that wonderful woman by his side he calls queen.
Well,
but be not mistaken, she already told you, y'all ain't ready for me. We won't even begin to speak on Chet. I never will forget my unmarried dancing to your beat, even after all of church had already left. Blessed from beginning to end. And his family with their support. I assure I want to be a part of this thing God is doing in this man's life. So in the words of my beautiful mother Betty Johnson's song, she used to sing, get your house
in order. Sing it.
Oh, do it today.
Get your...
Mama Rise time out for playing God already made a way because he sent him up the interstate.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I thank God for your obedience and strength and courage, and for the covering you have placed on my life. So many times, even while I ain't living right. The enemy knows there is greatness coming from your life and has tried to leave you with many a scar. And that's why he sent that car.